What's up, y'all? All right, so today we're gonna be, I'm gonna show you, attempt to show you guys how I'm taking these plants out. I was starting to put some seeds in here. It's a Venus flytrap because this is like in-sea rocks. My supply of seeds in here. Gotta put my lid back on this. Like my other Lego sets, they're not all there. I haven't completed the other sets, but whatever. Anyway, I figured I'd just show you a quick clip. So, we're focusing that plant back there. That's the plan. Oh, all right. So I'm gonna use these. The plan is to trim that. Now I don't know if this is gonna work. All right, y'all. The idea here, without moving too much, because obviously if I move my lid, I gotta move all these branches. But thought here is, we just come in, we trim our roots. We just trim a nice little pattern around. We want to keep the roots. They will stay wicking if we do that. Last little bit, I'm just going to pull. Now, I bumped a few other things. So, let me turn off my headlight. So some of this is also going to be pulled out. I want this stuff I'm trying to grow. But my ferns come, oh shit. And there goes half the moss. Because of the way I pulled it. So, let me see. I pulled a few. And then the one we just cut. So, that's all I have to do. That right there is a cypress seed. A bunch of these. We broke some open trying to find the right part. And yeah. Far and few in these things. But anyway. Just below this, I'll put that over there. I think that'll look good growing up over there. Anyway, I just put some Venus flytrap seeds right in here. So hopefully in my future I'll have those. I did buy this. You know, most of this has been wild collected, but like some of these plants, this is shingle vine. This is I forget what it's called. I think it wasn't cheap though. Yeah, I'm not positive what that's called. Anyway, it's very slow growing. I had planted it in other places and the pot it was in died, so that's all I got left. You see the moss, how well it's doing. Here, let me put you all inside so you guys can see. All the stagnant most likely will become moss in the future. You can see how it's growing. Obviously lighting affects some of it. It's died off, regrown. But it's naturally done all this. See all the different places it's been growing. Like I said, I put the cypress in here. So we'll see if that grows in the future. We got the little tiny seed in the middle, I believe. Can't tell if that's one or not. Anyway, they're little itty bitty seeds for the Venus. That's a rabbit foot farm. That is something I pulled off a palm down south from my parents' yard, and seems to be growing. I've actually moved it. It was on the side over here. And this thing obviously drowns it out, but it was growing up there, and I thought it wasn't getting enough. So this thing needs to all be changed. It's about to fall apart. That was just an old piece of wood, and it's quite a few years old. It's definitely getting brittle and about to break. I don't want all that in my water. I mean, I won't hurt anything. Oh, but I got something special. Since we were on this, I'm gonna have to turn the slide off. Let me back up a little and show you guys what's going on. So there's the tank. Here's where I propagate plants. Let me turn my flash. Alrighty. So now that's off, let's look at this. So new eggs were laid. This one's not looking so good, but that one is. And that one's probably not so good. But they're the newest laid. The others that were laid were in the roots of these. And I haven't seen them for a few months. I don't know if the fish ended up eating them. I don't know. But there were like 3 of them scattered in here. And maybe they eat their own eggs. I have no idea. But as you see, here's one right there. It's kind of neat. So we're gonna use Daphnia to feed them when they do hatch. It'll be Daphnia. Yeah. All right, y'all. I wanted to make it quick. It's been a little longer. Then I was just pulling out a couple plants. I wanted to show y'all what I do. So there it is, the glass lid. I use solid surface. Cut this with a router. Cut me a groove to put the lid down in. This is where flash could come in. So you see the groove I got, fits down in there. It goes all the way around, and even, let's see if I can show you this. There's moss growing up there from the condensation dripping down. I shouldn't say condensation, it's the evaporation. Once it drips down the glass, it beads up in the corners, and that's where the moss is starting to grow. I wouldn't mind it being all the way around. In time, I guess it'll do that naturally. But yeah. And obviously I can't clean this because I can't reach it. I could use I could make something to do it. I just haven't, but you can see the line. There's a faint line, but I use only distilled water to clean, nothing else. And at this point, I'm also filling this. That thing's 100% been distilled water. Switching over to distilled on everything. It's easier on the glass. Oh, and that used to be tap water. Actually, this I did a long time ago. You can see moss growing in it. This was the first styrofoam I ever did. I'm not so proud of it, but I'm not complaining. I like how it's coming out with the moss growing over it. And I think in time it'll only look better. But yeah. Yeah, and that is now 100% distilled water after I put those hydro balls in there. Anyway, like, subscribe. Hope you guys get a little idea how to clean up your tanks, things like the roots. I try to keep that's like a water hose for all these plants up in here. Yes, splash works, and obviously humidity is a big factor, but I believe that the wicking is way bigger deal than everything else. All right, y'all. Like, subscribe. See y'all later.